Chevrolet truck bed utility trailer. I believe it's a 1960s. A little unusual in that it's a long bed step side. Doesn't get used all that frequently. I just use it to haul scrap or firewood once in a while. But today it left here with a load, and this wheel locked up at a stop, and it freed up after a bit, and then finished my run. But on the way back with it empty, it would lock up at every stop, and it would roll reverse fine, but lock up going forward. So I just had to keep going back and forth until it'd start rolling again. Then at the next stop, repeat. I know that sounds like a sticking brake. That's the symptoms of a sticking brake, but this thing has no brakes. It's just a trailer with no trailer brakes. And on top of that, I was in the process of gutting these wheels some years back, just taking all the shoes and hardware out of them, just to cut back on any drag they might have. And I'm pretty sure this is the one that I've done. The other side is still waiting. I'll verify that, but I have two different wheels on this thing, and I remember this. I put this wheel on when I gutted that brake. So that just leaves, maybe a wheel bearing seizing up. I bought this trailer in '98, checked the fluid then, and I haven't checked it since. So it's very possible it's dry. But the hubs were dead cold, both sides. The rear end still has its guts, so the ring and pinion are in there. I felt the pumpkin, and it was mildly warm, but nothing hot. And considering the miles that I hauled it, if it was dragging that whole way, which it felt like it was, something should have been hot. So this will be a little different. We're going to jack this up and take a quick peek. We're losing daylight, so I don't know how far I'll get into this today, but let's take a look. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong about which side I gutted, because it feels like there's a break in there, because there's a lot of friction right there, and then all of a sudden it frees up, and then it gets tight again. So I think we need to pop this wheel off. See what's inside that drum. Yeah, I might just have that backwards. I just spun the other side and it's spinning freely. So guys, if you work on old stuff with brake drums, you want to buy this tool. I got it off of Amazon. I'll put a link in it in the description. I was working on a car that had actually been sitting partially in a flood. It's past the axles in water. The rear drums are just rusted on there. And so the first one I did the old backing the star adjuster off and prying around the drum and beating on it and prying on it. Took forever. Of course, I nicked the drum up. I said, I'm done with that. I did a little research. Found this tool on Amazon. Did the other side with it. Boy. Just night and day. Don't do much of this stuff, it may not be worth it, but if you do a moderate amount, it will be. And you've probably caught on by my videos by now. Most of the stuff I have is old anyway. Just like that. There's also a strap you can put around it if you want to hold the ends to the drum. Look at that. I had it completely backwards. This is the side that still had the brake. And you can see it got some fluid in there. There must have still been some in the wheel cylinder. And it got loose. Soaked the shoes. Or I lost some gear oil, that's possible too. But something contaminated the shoes. And that would be why it was grabbing. And that's good news, because obviously I'll take that over a bum bearing or differential problems. There is nothing wrong there. Grab some brake tools and gut that stuff. While I'm working on it, I'll check the gear oil too, but I'll do that tomorrow. I am just about out of light now. Kind of funny how I got these wheels backwards though, because this thing used to have split wheels on both sides. Excuse me. And I got those white, I don't know if you'd call them spoked, but those white wheels. And I put one on. I thought I had gutted the brake at that time. And I was going to gut the other brake when I did the other wheel. The other side still has the split rim on it. go. It's interesting I got that backwards, but like I said, it was definitely the symptoms of a sticking brake. I'll show you the other side. It still has that old split wheel, which is kind of unique, 15-inch split wheels. They're usually 16s. So I thought this was the one that still needed to be gutted. Somehow I got it backwards. Anyway, at least it wasn't something serious. Let's see where the oil plug is on this thing. It is a tad moist down there. I'm sure it's overdue for checking. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's right in the middle of all that oil. I'm gonna go pull that out and check it real quick. Nope. Your oil level's good. That's kind of cool. They gave you such a big plug there. So now, all right, this is done. I will put my tools away and clean up. So, thought I'd do something a little different since I had to take a quick look at this anyway. Hope somebody found it interesting. So, thanks for watching. I decided to make a quick addendum on this brake drum tool in case anybody is interested in it. I did some research before I bought this one. There are cheaper ones out there. As I recall, this one killed $100. I'll put the link below and we'll both know what it actually cost, but I do recall it killing a $100 bill. Like I said, there was cheaper ones, but I was after quality. I wanted something that was going to last a long time, and this one was touted as being heavy duty. It's also made here in the United States, and once I took possession of it, I could see that it does look to be a quality tool. OTC, and there's the part number. Feels like really good steel, really stout. I see no issues with the workmanship. It's really nice, and they got these tabs to lock it in a position you put it in. And then these ribs are where you would put the strap in if you're using the strap around the assembly. And that's the package, the box that came in. So again, I just wanted to review this a little more closely. You saw it in action earlier in this video. The thing's awesome. I So glad I don't have to fight brake drums again, because that's a peeve of mine. I actually don't mind brake drums as far as function goes, but working on them when they stick, it's horrible. So anyway, that's it. Thanks again for watching.